Hey guys, I am about 3 months into owning a 3D printer, the X1 Carbon, and I'm going to show you all the things I printed so far. This is one of the first prints I did. These kind of fidget rings, they're kind of cool. I did one in multicolor right there, the gray, silver, and white one. Looks pretty cool. Here's a USB holder. Always have those things laying around, and this one can have the little mini SD cards in there as well. This is one of the, benchies, and I thought this one was cool because it's in one of those dual color designs, and I thought it looks really cool. It's one of the first big prints I made. It's a holder for my PlayStation VR2. It holds the controller, chargers, and everything. Everyone needs a little so-called poop chute, and this is mine. For some reason, I printed out these dice to test out the AMS, and that just wasted a whole lot of filament into the poop chute. But anyway, this one, of course, you need to do if you have an AMS, you gotta do one of these decedent holders, and I printed that out, and it looks pretty good in there. Of course, I print, you get two of those little temperature sensors and humidity sensors, so I created a little small holder for that one that I don't have inside the AMS. I printed probably 2 or 3 of these spoolers. This one uses less filament, so I printed that one just the other day. I've got 2 of these crazy little remote holder designs. That's the first one. Here's the second one, which I did with this kind of a cement look or speckle look on this one. Something I needed for work, my laptop sits on my desk, and I used to put it on these Apple boxes, but now I just printed out those little things that, raise the laptop. Here, of course, I had to do this for my my Mac Mini M4. I had to do that because that looked very cool. For these guys, Kento, Gojo, and Megami, they always kept falling over whenever I bumped my desk, so I had to print out those. This one I only did recently. You have to do one of those. You have to do them. They look so cool. Toothbrush holder, definitely needed that. My new bathroom, it's all gray and white, and I didn't have a holder for the sink, so that was cool. Oh man, Transformers, I love them. And Megatron. Now, he doesn't stand because the legs are kind of too flimsy, but if you look at that detail, come on now, that is nice. I had to do that. Oh, this Spider-Man, come on. Now, that's a full size. You can't really tell from this picture, but it's full size. What I did differently here is I used raw filament to fill in the kind of web lines on his face, but everything else was printed just like you've probably all seen those Spider-Man. Back to the Transformers, I had to do a stand for my main set of 3 plus the cone heads. So I got Starscream and his clones, and then I got the cone heads. Come on now, I had to do a stand for those guys. Back to the X1 Carbon, the display. I thought this was cool to make the display look like a Nintendo Switch. Come on, very cool. Very cool. And here's probably the first print that I did that wasn't PLA. This is a PETG, and it's basically just that glass slider that sits on top. And I'll show you something else that goes along with that here in a minute. So here, what I'm actually showing is not what you think. So I put lights on the bottom of my AMS, which I'm showing you right here, but they also bounced off the glass as a reflection. So I just printed out these little, kind of borders around the bottom. Here, my son loves Fortnite, so I had to do the little, I forget his name, the banana guy. And then, of course, I got a Victory Royale sign right there. This one actually broke midway through. It didn't actually break. I was printing out this. It sits under my table. Is meant to put power supply in there and cords and cables. But as I was printing it, I accidentally turned off my printer. And finally, the last thing I printed, I love Wile E. Coyote. And man, this, even though I didn't print it full size, it came out perfect. Now, I printed all of those colors separately. I didn't use AMS, but that is what that looks like. And that's the end of the video. So I'm going to have to extend that one a little bit longer, but that looks very good. And I printed that out last here. And that's all I've done with my X1C. There's probably other prints that I've have around the house, but those are the main ones. But anyway, if you get one of those, it doesn't have to be the X1C, but if you get a 3D printer, you're going to love it because you can just print out as anything you find on the web. And of course, you can make your own things if you're pretty good at CAD designs, I guess. But I enjoy mine very much. And that is it from the Hood Guru. Peace.